20, I was ignoring this. Dash. Got it on.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now! What inning? Hey, we're good. What inning? Watch it.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run it with Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing his car on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Dalton now to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Can.
50's the mark. 50. Move. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's got Green. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr complete to Jones. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Lady. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Dalton sets up play action. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Slap, slap, slap. Rush in.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
It's been a long day for you. Motion.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go. Let's pick up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Who that? 51, Mike. Mike, there you go.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Andy Dalton. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, 25.
Hey, Alpha.
I got you, Pop.
Dalton here from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check the outs. Check the outs.
Second and 10, Dalton once more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 10-3. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on second down. Carr, throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
You think you gonna get this? Down. 185.
Let's go. Single, 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 single.
Carr to throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Heavy.
Pull it together. Check your hot read. Cloud.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Smooth. Better bring it. Heavy. Come here.
The final act of the first half. Dalton. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Down. 180.
52. It's our field. It's our field.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Three, 368.
At the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Motion.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton completes it to Aguilar. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Dalton, screen play, Anderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at his 4. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Bengals 13, Raiders 10.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, Mike, help.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Bo Scarborough, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
29.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Here's the Raiders punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Ross on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
In your face. Kill. Watch the slant.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And Dalton to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 77 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Toss play. This is Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Hey. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Alert 3.
Easy.
They run. This is Scarborough, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Shoot. Here you go. 368. 368. Hey, box truck.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Raider 1. Express. 57. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's caught. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
93. Right here. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Watch the pass.
Check. He's right, Chief.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one